Right, game three of preseason. Want to thank you all for watching here today. And the Jazz are going to be facing the Dallas Mavericks here in a little while. Game hasn't started yet, but the commentary started a little over a few minutes ago. And I'm really excited. And I'm really excited because Lowry is back. Lowry is back. Flipper's back. Haven't heard much on Isaiah Collier. I don't know what's really going on there. I know he had some hamstring injury or issues, but maybe he manages to get there. But what we do know is that Lowry Markkanen is back. Kyle Filipowski is back. And they're going to be playing today. And these are the two guys that I've been waiting for, because now we will see a lineup that's going to be a lot closer to what the lineup is going to be game one, which I believe is against the Houston Rockets. These are exciting times, people. If you're not excited, get excited. We have lots of things to be excited about. Got Lowry Markkanen is still there. Do not believe the trade hype that is going on around Lowry Markkanen. I think it's Zach Lowe that talked about Lowry Markkanen possibly getting traded by this time next year. No, it's not going to happen. I believe in what David Locke said on his channel, that Lowry Markkanen will be with the Utah Jazz by the next time the Jazz play a playoff game. I'm in full-blown belief of that. What Lowry potentially is going to give us, what Ace Bailey is going to give us, what Kyle Filipowski is going to give us, it's exciting. It's exciting. And then when you think about it as well, that we got, there's a good chance we're going to have a high draft pick at the end of the season for next year's draft. It's time to get excited, people. So, got the TV on. It is on NBA TV Canada. It's not a free channel, at least here in Canada, but so I paid for this. Right now, they're shooting a commercial. If you didn't see it on the Jazz's YouTube page, they have had like a cook-off where the players were invited to Will Hardy's house, and they were having a competition about who's cooking the best burgers. And they're showing a little clip to that. Now it looks like there's a few commercials here cut for the up-and-coming Jazz game. Who are we excited to see? You saw the thumbnail. It's Cooper Flagg versus Ace Bailey. I know they don't play the exact same positions, but at some point in this game, we are going to see the camera pan to where Ace Bailey ends up getting switched on to Cooper Flagg, and we see these two go at it. One superstar to another guy who's set to have the potential to be a superstar in Ace Bailey. That's what we have going on here today, people. Now, I don't know what the lineups look like. I'm going to go on my trusty source, Twitter, to find out. Okay. Let's see what we have. We're going to go on Twitter. Is it on the Jazz's page? Oh, we got the starting five. Come out 11 minutes ago. So we got Keontae George at the 1, Ace Bailey at the 2, Lowry Markkanen at the 3, Taylor Hendricks at the 4, and Jusuf Nurkic at the 5. Still no Walker Kessler. I hope he's still going to do okay. We definitely going to need him as the season goes on. No matter how much I talk about how good Jusuf Nurkic is, it is very good to have another guy like Walker Kessler there to be a rim-running defender. That is something that's needed. I watched the Toronto Raptors Wizards game yesterday, and the way in which both teams defended, even though I think that both teams definitely need a lot of work on the offensive side. When it came to defense, they were better than the Jazz. I'm gonna make that clear. I always watch the Jazz. If I don't watch them live, I'm watching highlights, and the Jazz got work to do on defense, because the Wizards and the Raptors, they were good defensively. Got a lot of work on the offense. I think that's where the Jazz will beat them hands down all day. Even though, like, CJ McCollum there, I think he was really good for the Wizards. He was my best player yesterday in that game. Going up against the likes of Lowry Markkanen, Ace Bailey. Can't compete. even a guy like Keontae George, I think is going to be able to give you a better offensive threat. So yeah. But let's see game 3. Are we going to see an improvement? Probably not as much as one might expect. You know, I always have to tell myself that it is preseason and everything is just starting off. Like, you can't expect too much, but the excitement takes over, and I just can't help myself. Can't help myself. But there is the starting lineup here for the Dallas Mavericks, and it is a good one. Cooper Flagg at the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, PJ Washington at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, and Derek Lively the 2nd at the 5. That is basically their starting 5 for the season. And it's going to be a big challenge. Ace Bailey, you got Klay Thompson. They're getting ready to start for the kick for the start of for the jump ball, and it's going to be interesting. Derek Lively, the 2nd, I hugely rate. I think he's a fantastic player. Obviously, Cooper Flagg as well. He is one of the best young prospects, American prospects at least, coming through. So it's going to be tough. And now they have gotten started. Cooper Flagg has the ball. It is Keontae George that is on him. He is struggling to. Cooper Flagg gets past it. Cooper Flagg with a floater. Doesn't get it, but rebound there by Nurkic. Nurkic has the ball. Brings it up the court. Lively is on him. Passes it to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey with a midi. Oh, but Ace Bailey, nothing but backcourt. Rebound is then caught by Cooper Flagg. Nurkic is down, trying to get the ball from Cooper Flagg, but doesn't manage to. Swing. Klay Thompson in the corner. Doesn't manage to get it, but it looks like it's a foul on Ace Bailey on Klay Thompson. No, Ace. No, Ace. Ace Bailey there with a foul on Klay Thompson when he shoots the 3. Does he get any part of him? It looks like he might have just gotten a wrist, but I can't tell from this angle. But Klay Thompson is at the line. I think he's going to be shooting three free throws, and you would have to expect Klay Thompson here to shoot these 3. I mean, Klay Thompson is one of the best 3-point shooters of all time, and anything like free throws is going to be nothing to him. He misses the first. Oh wow. Okay, didn't expect that. That's a good start. Maybe he can miss all 3. Unlikely to happen, but maybe he'll miss all 3. Let me go and share the stream now on Twitter. Makes the 2nd. That's unfortunate. It does make the 2nd. And he's about to take the 3rd. Larry Markkinen with the ball. Klay Thompson made the last 2 free throws. Dallas 2, Utah Jazz 0. Lowry tries to go for a 3, block by PJ Washington. Klay Thompson with the ball, swings it in the corner for Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg cuts, and he dunks. He makes an attempt to dunk on Nurkic, but doesn't quite get it. Oh, Cooper Flagg looks like he was about to own Nurkic with that one. Wow. Oh, yeah. He had Nurkic on that one. Oh, the highlights, yeah. He had that one. Cooper Flagg had that one, but he misses it. Looks like it was a foul on Cooper Flagg. I don't think it was. Cooper Flagg hits the first of his first free throws. I'm going to get the scores up right now and share my screen. But so far, it's been all Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks. This is their starting lineup. Now, I know this is their 3rd game as well, but the Jazz, this is probably looking like one of the Jazz best lineup, maybe except for Keontae George, in my opinion. I'm thinking either Isaiah Collier or Walter Clayton Jr. to start at the 1. But the Jazz there with a 2nd opportunity after PJ Washington with the miss. Another miss by Klay Thompson there with the midi. But rebound. Keontae George has the ball, drives the ball. Nurkic with the spin, but misses. Utah still not able to get a point. Nurkic there with the steal, passes to Lauri Markkanen. Lauri dribbles the ball up. With a floater, Lauri with the floor. Lauri gets the first set of points for the Utah Jazz. Let me share my screen quickly so you guys can see the score whilst I got everything here. That's an air ball. Looks like PJ Washington took that shot there. Yusuf Nurkic drives the ball up. Nurkic there passes the ball to Lauri. Lauri not knowing where to go. Taylor Hendricks. No, Ace Bailey with the ball. 3 by Ace Bailey. Nothing but rim for Ace Bailey there. Good pressure there from Dallas on that one on Ace Bailey. Good defense by Ace Bailey there. He's got his hands raised. And they call a foul for that one. There was no touch in there. What is going on with the refereeing? Ace Bailey with the hands up like this. Nothing crazy. He's not doing nothing special. Puts his hands up and gets a foul. Klay Thompson there with the second free throw. Misses the second one. This is so unlike Klay Thompson. Keontae George has the ball. Ball goes into Nurkic. Lauri Markkanen to the corner to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey for the 3. You know what? I see what's going on. I'm going to unshare my screen because this is ruining the commentary that I'm going on right now. They're like 30 seconds ahead of me right now. I can't. When it's on a break, we'll do some score analysis. PJ Washington with a 3. Rebound there by Nurkic. Keontae George there drives the ball up forward. He takes a 3 now. Nothing but rim there for Keontae. Dallas got the ball now. Here's Klay Thompson with the ball. Ace Bailey's on him. Klay Thompson takes a shot. He gets nothing but rim. Klay Thompson is cold tonight so far. We should be incredibly lucky that he's cold. I don't even want to see Golden State Steph around here. Another 3 by Nurkic. Oh, I gotta say, man, I'm loving Nurkic. I know everybody's like, yeah, we shouldn't sign him, but like, maybe we should renew him. PJ Washington there. No, sorry, Anthony Davis there with a mid-range. Dallas 8-8. Keontae George gets the ball. Both teams level. Keontae George drives, passes it to Nurkic. Post. Is he? Oh, Cooper Flagg there gets the steal, but he ends up losing the ball and the ball goes out. I think it's Jazz ball. Ball comes off of Cooper Flagg. Showing a bit of highlights there from the Ace Bailey 3. That was definitely needed. Ace Bailey helping to keep the Jazz in this game. This is why it's so important that Lauri Markkanen is with this team. Like, I can only just think about how bad we would be without Lauri Markkanen right now. Without Lauri Markkanen with a 3, he gets nothing but air, but he does get fouled, so he goes to the line. Great foul. And that foul was by PJ Washington on Lauri Markkanen. Lauri's going to go to the line now. They got some visuals up showing Lauri Markkanen stats over the last season or last time with the Jazz. 23 points on average, 38% from 3, 7.7 rebounds. And his best accolade is most improved from the 2022-2023 season. Lauri about to take his first one. Lauri hits the first. Lauri with the second. Oh, he must have missed the first one. Jazz up 10-8. PJ Washington bringing the ball forward. Keontae George is on him right now. PJ Washington passes it to Clay. Clay to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis basically open, but Lowry's on him. Lowry makes a move on him, stop him from scoring. Anthony Davis there with looks like it's a foul. A foul on Anthony Davis by Lowry Markkanen, and now Anthony Davis goes to the line. I mean, refs just got to let some of these guys just play. Like that's not a foul. That is not a foul at all. Anthony Davis takes his first free throw, nails it. Crazy. Anthony Davis with his second. He nails that too. Dallas and Utah level at the moment. Keontae George gets the inbound pass, drives the ball forward. Taylor Hendricks. Oh, Taylor Hendricks attempting a monster dunk, but misses. Yusuf Nurkic tries to get the ball, completely fluffs it. And Dallas hit the Jazz on a breakaway. I don't know who that is. Who's this guy? Powell. Dwight Powell's on the court. I didn't even realize when he got into the game. Dwight Powell is on the court. He got that dunk there. Taylor Hendricks almost with an up and over. Like, ball comes in and out. Just, it's a bit unlucky because you haven't seen much of Taylor Hendricks throughout this game so far. So that would have been actually pretty nice. Let me share my screen and then we could start looking at some numbers. Game is on a break at the moment. So we got PJ Washington there, no points in his 5 minutes, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Anthony Davis there with 4 points. He's been all right. I think he got 2, and then he had some free throws. Derek Lively there. I haven't seen much of him throughout the game. Cooper Flagg, he's been pretty lively. It's the same thing there with Klay Thompson there with 4 points. Dwight Powell, he's just come in the game. And Ryan Nembhard, brother of, I think is Aaron Nembhard from the Pacers. Like, he's a bit on the diminutive side, but like he can play. Shoots the ball very well, got good court vision, passes the ball nicely. He's a good player for sure. Same thing there with Max Christie, but he hasn't got any game time. But now for the Jazz. Taylor Hendricks there, 5 minutes, nothing on the board. Larry Markkanen, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in 5 minutes. Yusuf Nurkic, 3 points, 5 rebounds. Ace Bailey, 3 points, nothing else on the board. Keontae George, 1 assist, no points. And that's kind of been it for the Jazz. I wonder if the Jazz are going to make any substitutes. Like bring some guys up off the bench to provide a little bit of something extra. You got to imagine that Larry Markkanen and probably Ace Bailey are going to stay quite long on the court. At least you want Ace Bailey and Larry Markkanen to get some time together along with Yusuf Nurkic. But could we see more Walter Clayton? I think that's probably best at point guard. I'd love to see that. Isaiah Collier not on the bench. He's still injured, which is fine. Svi Mykhailiuk is there, though. Obviously, you guys know how I feel about Svi Mykhailiuk. And it isn't as positive as you might think. You got Max Abbas. He's there from the G League. He's actually pretty decent. More on the shorter side, but shoots the ball pretty well. Cody Williams there, looking forward to. Looks like they're just coming back from break. I'm going to stop sharing now, and then we can kind of get back to how things are. Kevin Love is on. Kevin Love hits a 3 there. Jazz 13, Dallas 12. Looks like Dallas Mavericks did try to take the ball up to try to score, but there was a foul there. But at least now we got Kevin Love on the court to help to give some good defensive consistency. Ball comes up there for Keontae George. Ball comes into Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey with a midi, but hits it on the back of the rim. PJ Washington there with a lob pass there. I believe that's to Max Christie, who's on the court for the Dallas Mavericks, and he gets a dunk. Keontae George drives the ball up the court. Max Christie is on him at the moment. Keontae George tries to get around him. Goes for the layup, gets it. Jazz up 15-14, and he goes to the line to hopefully get the extra point. Kevin Love there giving some good soundly advice to Keontae George. Come on, Key. You can do it, Key. Takes a shot. There we go. Drains it. Jazz up 16-14. Let's go. We got Ryan Nembhard. Brings the ball up the court. Keontae's on him. Passes the ball to Anthony Davis. Marking him is on him now. Is he going to pass the ball? No. Yes. They pass the ball around. Max Christie with the three. And he sinks it. Ugh. Mavericks now up. Max Christie turned into a really good player, especially after getting traded from the Lakers last season in the Luka Doncic trade. But Keontae George now has the ball. Max Christie is on him. Passes the ball. Cody Williams is on the court. Cody there on the other side passes the ball to, is that my boy Kyle Filipowski? Oh, no, that was marketing. Look at me with flip goggles on. Mavericks try to drive. Jazz foul him. I believe marketing. Please tell me marketing is not hurt. Marketing looked like he's wincing, like he's got a little bit of pain somewhere. Maybe it's just his facial expression. That maybe it's like a Finnish facial expression. Little bit of, supposedly from the announcers, there's a little bit of contact there on the knee, and which has probably affected how he landed. He's still wincing a bit by the free throw line, marketing, while Dallas take their free throws. Hopefully it's nothing. We season starting properly in what, like a week. So we definitely need. All right. Keontae George has the ball, passes it across the court to Kevin Love. K Love to Markkanen. Markkanen drives the ball, passes it then to, is that Walter Clayton? Yes, Clayton's on the court. But it's a miss by, I think it's Cody Williams there with the layup. Anthony Davis has the ball, but Cody's on him. Get him, Cody. Cody prevents the score, but Anthony Davis goes to the line. To all the Cody Williams fans, if you didn't see him in the last game that the Jazz played, Cody Williams was pretty good. He was, if you looked at his plus minus, he was one of the best when it comes to his plus minus. Visually watching the game, I felt he was good. I felt he was really good, and the stats showed that he was even better. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Cody. I definitely think this is a big season for him. Like, he's got to really show out and improve himself. Keontae George comes off now. Bryce Sensabaugh's on the court. Camera is panned to him because they know that it is Bryce baby time. And when Bryce is on the court, we get buckets. Let's see what Bryce is able to do. Anthony Davis there with his last free throw. Nails it. Kevin Love there with the inbound pass to Walter Clayton. Clayton there with the ball. We got Ryan Nembhard on him. Clayton passes it to Cody. Cody there. He's got, not sure who that is from marketing. Gets pushed. Kevin Love. Foul on Kevin Love. I believe that was Kevin Love attempting a three. That was a smart play. Powell there goes in to try to foul him, but smart play by Kevin Love with that. Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. Brilliant by Kevin Love. Side out. If Kevin Love had just taken the shot just a little bit, he could have got 3 free throws with that one. Kevin Love tries to pass the ball to Walter Clayton on that one. Mavericks intercepted, but they also have the ball go out. But now it's Jazz ball. Can the Jazz do something with this play? Kevin Love has the ball. Kevin Love gets fouled in the paint, but he doesn't. It's not when he's actually taking a shot. Who is number 13 from the Mavericks? I have no idea who this guy is. Number 13. Mavericks. Oh, Najee Marshall. Didn't even recognize him. Walter Clayton has the ball from an inbound pass to Kevin Love. Kevin Love with a 3. Gets nothing but rim. Anthony Davis with the rebound. He brings the ball up. Anthony Davis there. Is he getting past? He's gotten past Marketing. Spin turn. Gets the easy layup. Walter Clayton there with the ball. Back to Kevin Love. Kevin Love back to Walter Clayton. Clayton there pulling the strings. Passes it to Sensabaugh. He's got to do something quick. Clayton there tries to drive the ball forward. Oh, bounce pass in the paint to Marketing. Marketing gets it. Nice layup. Good patience. Good vision there by Walter Clayton Jr. Now you got, I believe that is Najee Marshall there. Passes it to Anthony Davis. Cody's on him. Steal by Marketing to Bryce Sensabaugh. Bryce then gets the easy 2. The Jazz now just down by 3. I would say let's take that. Good defensive work there by Larry Marketing there with the interception. Larry there waits for Bryce there just to get a little bit ahead, just past Max Christie. And Bryce there just gets the easy layup. That's what you want. That is what you want. All right. Game is on break. Let me share my screen. Now we can start talking about what we see there. All right. So let me refresh the page as well. Let's see what we got. Okay. PJ Washington still ain't got nothing. But we got Anthony Davis there with 8 points. Like he's been pretty good. Derek Lively there. He's been pretty silent. I don't think he's played in this just before the break. I think he was already on the bench. Cooper Flagg, he was also already on the bench. Klay Thompson was already on the bench. Najee Marshall came in along with Max Christie. Max Christie there, I think he hit a 3, and then he had a layup there with that one. Ryan Nembhard, he's actually been pretty good. Even though he hasn't had any points, 3 assists, I think is pretty nice. Dwight Powell, he's been there with the 2 points there. Utah Jazz there. Taylor Hendricks, he hasn't been on the court. He's been out for a little while. Larry Marketing, obviously it's Larry. He's been great. Yusuf Nurkic there still with 3 points. Ace Bailey there with 3. He's been out. Ace Bailey. Keontae George there. He's out. Cody Williams literally just came in, so I don't expect much from him. Kevin Love with the 3 points, but he's been pretty good. I think his presence alone, helping to give advice to some of the young guys, has been really instrumental. And the fact that the Jazz really invested in the vets, I think is really good. And it's a different type of vet from the likes of John Collins. You know, it's vets that are definitely in the twilight of their career that they brought in. Yusuf Nurkic, for me, I think he's on the tail end, whilst the other vets like John Collins and Colin Sexton, those, like, they're still on the up. Like, for me, those guys there, they haven't even hit their primes. They're really still trying to get to a place where get some consistent basketball and really show what impact that they have. Whilst the vets that we have are near the end, and you know what? Guys like Kevin Love, can Kevin Love play 38 minutes? Probably not anymore. But could Kevin Love give us 20 minutes a night and give us like his best and be able to advise the young Jazz players? Like, hell yeah. That's what we're getting. But they're back from break. Taylor Hendricks and Ace Bailey on the bench. You see Bailey there talking to Taylor Hendricks, which is great. I'm going to under the screen so I can focus everything on me instead of just the scoreline. But easy layup there by Anthony Davis. Too easy for Anthony Davis there. Too big, too long, too talented. But Jazz get the ball back. Walter Clayton there. He's got, I believe that's Max Christie that's on him. Pass the ball to Larry Marketing. He's got Anthony Davis on him. What is Larry going to do? Passes it too soon. I believe that's Cody Williams there that got fouled or at least bent over by the time that Larry tried to pass the ball to him. But Kyle Filipowski is on the court. You know, I love me some Kyle Filipowski. Such a talented player. Someone that I feel that can be a definite offensive threat. Can create, gives you a little bit of everything. Cody Williams hits his first free throw. Nice one, Cody. So it looks like Cooper Flagg is back on the court with Derek Lively after Cody just took his first one. They better get ready. Let's not underestimate Cooper Flagg. Let's not underestimate Derek Lively. These are two really talented players. Derek Lively going into his third year. I know he was out injured a lot of last year, but I expect Derek Lively to really take it to the next level. Cody Williams nailing his second free throw of the game. Let's see what he does now. Dallas with the ball up. Got Najee Marshall there with the ball. Passes it to Derek Lively, and it just manages to sink in. Walter Clayton has the ball. He brings the ball up the court. What is he going to do now? It's his first time playing with Filipowski. Does he pass it to Philly? Yes, he does. Filipowski has the ball. What does he do now? Drives to the basket. Doesn't manage to get anything. Too big of a size. Believe Filipowski is playing the 5. Mavericks try to go for the layup, but missed that. I believe that was Najee Marshall again. Bit of interruption and good defensive work there by Cody Williams. But ball goes out, and now it's Jazz ball again. What happened there? Yep. Great block there by Cody Williams doing good defensive work there to interrupt that layup. But ball ended up going off the Mavericks. Now we got, I think that's Abmas Abraham. What's his name? I always forget his name. Max Abmas with an attempted 3, but that gets nothing but rim. Ball eventually comes back to the Jazz, but goes out, unfortunately. Gotta say, I want more from the Jazz. I want more. Like I'm not gonna fall into the narrative that the Jazz are gonna be tanking and that I must just be here and accept the Jazz tanking. No, I want to see us try to go out there and try to win games. Kevin Love there drives to the basket. Floater by Kevin Love, doesn't manage to get it, but it looks like it was a foul, and ball goes back to the Mavs. As I was saying, I expect the Jazz to really try to do something. Like, yes, I know that their team isn't as good as other teams. I've watched other teams now. Like I could see where like other teams are better, but interception. We got Walter Clayton there on the break. Slows down. Pass it to Bryce with an open 3. Bryce hits the open 3. Bryce, baby, with the 3. I believe that's his first set of points here tonight. Bull circles around to the Mavs. They shoot a 3. I believe that was Najee Marshall, but that hits nothing but rim. Walter Clayton has the ball. He tries to set things up there to Kevin Love. Walter Clayton there. Sets it up. Cody in the corner. 3. That's a bad foul there. Oh, maybe not. Walter Clayton tries to go up to get the rebound, but ends up knocking right into Derek Lively. Rolls over. Just a clash. He seems like he's okay. Yeah, it looks like it's Walt's foul. Now Walter Clayton Jr. to the line. Hits his first free throw. Nice. That's what we want. Let's go. Walt Lake City, baby. Jazz down by 1 with 53 seconds to go. Walter Clayton, it's his second one. Both teams are even now. This is what I expected. After watching that Toronto Raptors game after the first quarter, where like both teams were struggling just to get 20 points in the first quarter, this game completely different. Great defense by the Jazz. Move and shake. Move. Great basket there by Cooper Flagg. I gotta say that. Good switch by the Jazz with Walter Clayton there to switch. Najee Marshall passes it to Cooper Flagg. Walter Clayton is on him. Walter Clayton tries to stay in front of him, but Cooper Flagg just manages to get a head up, gets a floater, and gets to the line because of the physical contact. Cooper Flagg does make the free throw. Jazz down by 3. Walter Clayton has the ball. Hits a 3. No. Doesn't score it, though. Cooper Flagg has the ball. Kyle Filipowski is on him. Filipowski on Cooper Flagg. Misses by Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg again. We got to stop second chance opportunities. Again, third chance. Mavericks have the ball. 10 seconds to go. Najee Marshall with the ball. Bryce is on him, though. Let's go, Bryce. Can Bryce stop him? They do manage to stop him there via Cody Williams. And that's the end of the first quarter. That is the end of the first quarter. All right. Let's look at the box score number for the first quarter. And then we can start looking at everything. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to share my screen and then we can take it from there. Okay. So this is the box score. We got Anthony Davis there. Move these damn commercials out my way. Anthony Davis there, 10 points in 9 minutes. He's getting too much. Lowry is definitely struggling to deal with Anthony Davis. He's at a +3, plus minus. I could honestly say watching the game, like, yeah, I'm not surprised about that. 4 out of 4 from his free throws. 2 rebounds, 1 block, 1 turnover, though. PJ Washington there, no points. Won't speak about him. Cooper Flagg, he's looked good, really good. 1 out of 5 from his field goals, but he has hit all of his free throws, which is what you want. 1 rebound there. Derek Lively there, only with 2 points. That's from the 1 field goal that he's made. Klay Thompson there. I haven't seen Klay in a while. My guess is that he will be back in the beginning of the second quarter. He has 4 points in the 5 minutes that he played and has 1 steal and 1 rebound. Najee Marshall there, 2 points. Dwight Powell there with 2 points. Max Christie there with 5 points coming up there off the bench. Mr. Efficient, 5 points in 6 minutes. I'll be keeping an eye on him. Like, I know that the Lakers did rate him, but for them to give up Max Christie, and now he's gone to the Dallas Mavericks, and he's probably going to be a regular rotation player for them. Like, the Lakers definitely, like, unless I don't want to say that the Lakers like messed up that trade because they did get a generation of talent, but yeah, they lost a talented player in Max Christie. Then you got Ryan Nembhard there, and then Jaden Hardy. I didn't recognize Jaden Hardy there with no points. Jazz there, you got 6 points in 9 minutes for Lowry. He's at a -3 plus minus. Taylor Hendricks with a +2. Cody Williams there with a -4. Bryce there with a +3. That's probably because of the work that he's done so far. He's at 5 points in 4 minutes. He's been Mr. Efficient. Am I surprised? No. When Bryce baby is on the court, you can't stop him. But Ace Bailey and Keontae George there with a -5 right now. But they are back. They are back. Something has happened. It looks like Jazz lose possession of the ball. Something's going on with Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton's the cause of this, but I can't tell or see this. Let me stop with the screen share, and then we can concentrate on the game. Cooper Flagg now has the ball. Then we got Powell there with the ball. Cut by the Mavs. Doesn't quite work out because of Nurkic. They try again. Goes for a floater. And I believe that is Powell there with the floater. Jazz have the ball. Walter Clayton has the ball. He passes it to Bryce. Bryce has the ball. Bryce there with an open three. He hits it. Bryce, baby, can't be stopped. Cooper Flagg with a three. He's wide. Why is he open and he hits the three? Oh my God. We can't be letting Cooper Flagg open. Like Cooper Flagg, from all the games that I've seen from him, gets a little bit better every single time from Summer League till now. Nurkic with an open three. He drains it. Jazz down by 2. Thanks to Yusuf Nurkic. Cody Williams marking number 2 is number 25. I am not good with some of the names. I can't even tell from it. Or was that number 20? Number 25. PJ Washington. Jazz go up the court but miss. Cooper Flagg gets the rebound. Oh, Cooper. Oh, no. What Cooper Flagg just did there to Kyle Filipowski was not nice. Kyle Filipowski with a three. Oh, but he gets nothing but rim. Kyle does look shaky right now. He looks a bit rusty. Dust the cobwebs off, Kyle, and you'll be back. Cody there with the rebound. Cody brings the ball up. Does he pass it to Bryce? No, he doesn't. He passes it to Nurkic. Nurkic there trying to set things up. Pass it to Kyle Filipowski. Filipowski. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul there by Klay Thompson. Looks like Kyle Filipowski is going to go to the line. They're showing some highlights there of Nurkic. Bryce with his last three. Nurkic with the three. Kyle Filipowski taking his first free throw. Oh, my God. And he gets nothing but rim. And literally just touches it. Doesn't even look like it had enough power. Kyle, I believe in you. You might be a bit rusty. Let's go. Dust the cobwebs off. Misses both. Kyle definitely looks very sluggish. Doesn't quite look himself. I think that's Najee Marshall goes down. No, sorry. Jaden Hardy goes down the court. Gets the layup. Mavs up 37-33. Still not bad. Jazz is still in this game. That's what you want. That's all you could really ask for the Jazz to still be in this game. They're going up against a tough side, a side that, I mean, let's be really honest. Like, they are expected to win this, but we are the Utah Jazz, and anything could happen. Anything could happen in a game whereby we got Larry Marketing, Ace Bailey, Yusuf Nurkic. Anything could happen. So I just have to hope that guys like Kyle Filipowski dust the cobwebs off. I know he was coming back from an injury. Maybe that's still affecting him. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Let's see what things are looking like from the stats wise. Bryce Sensabaugh is our leading scorer. He's played 7 minutes so far. He's got a +1 plus-minus. That's our second highest right now, behind Taylor Hendricks, but Taylor hasn't played in a while. Then you got Larry there, Larry and Nurkic, who are second highest scorers with 6 points. Larry there with a -3, and Nurkic there with a -3 as well. Cooper Flagg does look good. I will say that. He does look good. I know there was a few people in the comments there saying a few days ago, the last time I watched the game by Cooper Flagg, like calm down on Cooper Flagg, like you just like you don't know, like see how things are. Don't just jump into it. Like I completely agree. We shouldn't jump into like Cooper Flagg and what his potential is, but he does look good. Does look good. Plays the game well. Does all the right things. Defensively solid. Like has some good offense. You know, he's like I don't know whether he's gonna become the next face of the league, but he's somebody there that's easily gonna, in my opinion, give you 20 points a game. And they're even showing like last year in his year at Duke, like he averaged 19 points for the season. Like I expect something like that. I call it at the NBA. But now Walter Clayton Jr. takes a three. He does get the rim, but it looks like it was a foul by Jaden Hardy, and Walter Clayton goes to the line. I really look forward to when the first couple of weeks of the NBA properly start, because then I'll have some stats and data for me to really go about and assess how things are and really do a compare and analysis. Like I think preseason's great, but I think it's like again, it's still quite early to really start judging players. Like let's do this 8, 9 games in, or at least 5 games in, where we could really have something to compare. But Walter Clayton gets his first free throw, nails his second free throw as well. Walter Clayton, he's been good. He's been good. I am more than happy to start him over Keontae George. Mavs with a three. They miss, but they get the rebound. Jaden Hardy there with the ball. Anthony Davis back onto the court, but he gets fouled by, I think that's Bryce Sensabaugh. No, I think it's Yusuf Nurkic. My bad. Should have noticed that one. But they were both standing next to one another. So Anthony Davis, once again to the line, like most of his points have come from free throws, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis there with 5 free throws made, all 5. He's probably not the best person there to be sent it to the free throw line. Makes that his first one. Max Christie back onto the court for the Mavs. Number 00. I believe Klay Thompson is also on there as well. Anthony Davis getting ready to take a second one. He shoots and he nails it. Dallas up by 3. Walter Clayton has the ball. He's got Max Christie that is on him. Is he going to pass? Who's he going to pass it to? Pass it to Markkanen. Markkanen with a 3. Markkanen nothing but back of the rim. Bryce Sensabaugh gets the ball back, passes it to Walter Clayton, and it looks like it's a travel by Walter Clayton. You don't normally see referees call travels that much anymore, because I see travels all the time, but they're not particularly called. Powell with the ball. Nurkic is on him. Powell passes the ball to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis with a 3. He gets nothing but back. Well, Powell with the rebound. Anthony Davis again with a midi. He gets nothing but rim. Walter Clayton has the ball. He brings the ball up. Cody is ahead of him. Same thing with Bryce. He passes it to Bryce. Paul passes it to Nurkic, who passes it to Lowry. No, he attempts to pass it to Lowry, but ball doesn't quite get there. Mavs see exactly what they're going to do, and it looks like it's a foul. Is it a foul? Or is it just Jazz ball? I think it's just Jazz ball. It's just Jazz ball. We're 8 minutes, 50 seconds in this. Bryce Sensabaugh with a 3, shoots, doesn't get it this time. Okay, we got Ryan Nembhard, moves the ball up really quick there to Najee Marshall. Powell there to Max Christie. He tries a three but misses. Walter Clayton now has the ball up. Comes down the court. Max Christie is on him. Marketing with an open three. Marketing. There we go. All right, Lowry. Jazz only down by 1 now. Ryan Nembhard with the ball. Passes the ball to Powell. Powell there. Passes the ball to Anthony Davis. Nurkic is on Anthony Davis. Block by Nurkic. There we go. Nurkic. Walter Clayton there passes the ball to Cody. Cody with the layup. There we go. Cody. Jazz take the lead. 40-39. Nice one, Cody. Again, another game where I've been a little impressed by Cody. Powell there has the ball. Passes it to Max Christie, who passes it over there. Miss. But Mavericks get the ball back. Another open shot by Ryan Nembhard. Larry Marketing with the rebound. Passes it to Cody. Cody there with another layup. There we go, Cody. See, Dub. That's what I'm trying to say. See, Dub with the layup. Puts the Jazz 42-39. We got Isaiah Collier is there, but he isn't playing, obviously. He's in his streetwear. Since it's on a break, now let's take a look at the numbers. Let's take a look about how everything is right now. Okay. Yeah, Pete. Hold on. Let me refresh this page first. You got PJ Washington there with only 2 points. He's been around in the game and he's put some good defensive performances in, but he just hasn't been that much of a good offensive threat. But he's been very valuable for the team. PJ Washington, good experienced guy. Anthony Davis there with 12 points. He's been, along with Cooper Flagg, he's been one of their biggest offensive threats. And you can see that with the 12 points there. Looking at Anthony Davis's plus minus, he's at -1 right now. Like, the best player for them in terms of plus minus is Najee Marshall. You got Derek Lively there. He hasn't played much, Derek Lively. But he's at 7 minutes, 2 points. It's kind of a little bit unfair to really judge him just yet. Give him a few more minutes, but he has had 6 rebounds, which is good. Cooper Flagg there, he's been good. Like, I've watched him now. I've seen how he's played. Like, there's a lot of mismatches with the Cooper Flagg, especially going up against Walter Clayton Jr. He's just bigger, stronger, longer. Like, it's tough for Walter Clayton Jr. to defend against a Cooper Flagg, and that's kind of what you've seen there. Then on top of that, you have the referees just calling easy fouls. Got Klay Thompson there with 10 minutes. He hasn't been much of an offensive threat, but has been on the court for a little while. Then you got the Jazz's starting lineup. Taylor Hendricks there. He hasn't been in for a little while, Taylor. Lowry Marketing there with 8 points. Getting that 3 really helped. That 3 points in 8 minutes. Sorry, 8 points in 11 minutes. Yusuf Nurkic there with 6 points. Ace Bailey there. We haven't seen him in a while. My guess is that Ace Bailey will be back on soon, shortly. Walter Clayton Jr. is on the bench along with Bryce Sensabaugh. So I expect to see Ace Bailey here shortly. Cody Williams there with 6 points. Cody Williams has done pretty well. There, 6 points in his 11 minutes. And now they are back. Mavs has the ball. Believe that is Najee Marshall there with an easy layup there. Najee Marshall with an easy layup. Keontae George back on the court. He has the ball. Passes the ball to Ace Bailey, who's also back up on the court. Ace Bailey there. Gets a bit stuck with Anthony Davis. So pass the ball back to Keontae George. I don't know what Keontae George was thinking with that pass. That gets intercepted by Anthony Davis, who passes the ball to Ryan Nembhard. Nembhard has the ball, but Key is on him like a bad rash. Jazz double teaming Anthony Davis, but that leaves Najee Marshall open for the open three. Dallas up by 2 right now. Keontae George has the ball. Ryan Nembhard is on him to Kevin Love, who is back on the court. Looks like it was a foul there by a Jazz player. By Kevin Love with a foul. Jazz turnover possession to the Mavs. Sloppy foul. I didn't see, to be honest, much of what he did wrong, but foul's a foul. I'm not the one refereeing the game. All right, Mavs have the ball now. Ball was brought up by Ryan Nembhard to Anthony Davis, now to Max Christie, but it looks like the whistle was blown again for something. Now it's on Ace Bailey, who what exactly is it that he did wrong? I'm waiting to see. Like, I saw nothing from that play, but it looks like he did foul him. But inbound pass comes to Anthony Davis, who has the ball. Kevin Love is on him, though. Anthony Davis, he passes it to who is number 25? I keep forgetting number 25. 25 for the Mavericks. PJ Washington. Why does PJ Washington look so different? Jazz there with a 3. I think that was Kyle Filipowski. Kevin Love there. The Jazz Mavericks try to go for a lob dunk. They missed that. Jazz just not getting to the basket enough, creating second chance opportunities and a third chance opportunity, and the Mavs just didn't capitalize on it. Ball ends up going out. Now it's Jazz ball. We got to work on defense. But we got time. We got time. Taylor Hendricks from the side out, passes the ball there to Keontae George. He moves the ball up the court. He's got Anthony Davis that's on him. Anthony Davis with a block on Keontae. I give it to Keontae. The least he tried. Kevin Love there with a 3. He gets all rim. Mavs get the ball. Ball comes back there to Ryan Nembhard. Najee Marshall there. He gets a layup and he gets the foul. Come on, Jazz. Come on. Turn it around. You could see a lot of frustration there on the Jazz faces. Ace Bailey there with the foul. Just not a hold, but like a half hold. It was more like I'm just going to hold him slightly as he tries to go up there, and referee calls that one like, man, that's a lame foul. I'm probably biased, but that's a lame foul to give that for the Dallas Mavericks. But Najee Marshall, he puts that free throw away. Kevin Love inbounds pass to Keontae George. Keontae George trying to orchestrate something going. He passes it to Kevin Love there. Ace Bailey has the ball. Ace Bailey there with a midi, but gets nothing but air. Cooper Flagg recovers to Ryan Nembhard. Oh, but that's a foul there on an attempted 3 by Keontae George on Najee Marshall. And I think Najee Marshall's going for the line. That's a bad foul there by Keontae George. Oh, come on. It's a foul after the release. And like literally, we're talking finger. Like it's nothing. Nothing. Oh, it's a silly foul. It's a silly foul to give. And that rule, I mean, it just favors all the offensive players. So Najee Marshall, like, how many points does Najee Marshall have right now? Because like he's been glazing. 11 points in 7 minutes, Najee Marshall. Like, we're making him look too good. Like, yes, Najee Marshall is an experienced player, but for Crying out loud. He's not that good. Keontae George has the ball. Kevin Love right there with a half screen, trying to keep Ryan Nembhard away. Keontae George gets he passes it to Kevin Love just in time. Taylor Hendricks. Nice one, Taylor Hendricks. Haven't heard much about Taylor Hendricks in this game, but he gets there, an easy layup, which is nice one for him. Keeps the Jazz in this. Jazz now down by 7. Mavs for 3. They miss. Ace Bailey with the rebound. Ace Bailey with the ball. Ace Bailey goes around Najee Marshall. Tries to at least. Taylor Hendricks. Taylor. There we go. Taylor with getting down in the post. There we go, Taylor. Hendricks keeping us in the game. And us, as I mean the Jazz. If you didn't realize I was a Jazz fan. Cooper Flagg has the ball. He passes it to Najee Marshall. Foul there on Anthony Davis. Who did he get bumped by? Did he get bumped by Taylor Hendricks? Yeah, it looks like he got bumped by Taylor Hendricks. Looks like Anthony Davis is going to take free. Oh, no. I think it's PJ Washington is going to take free throws. But Anthony Davis was the one that was down. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Washington goes for his second free throw. And he makes it. Jazz still down by 7. Keontae George puts the ball up the court. Passes it to Nurkic. Nurkic has the ball. Nurkic created one for Cody Williams, who catches the ball. Keontae gets the ball back, puts in a layup, but gets a block by Cooper Flagg. Oh, wow. Listen, there's a lot of length here. A lot of length. Keontae can't do anything when it comes to Cooper Flagg right now. It must be a kind of a defensive night. Yeah, this is tough. This is going to be a tough one for Keontae George. This is where I got a bit of sympathy for him on this one. And it's really not his fault. He's not long enough, and he wasn't fast enough to be able to kind of really get past Cooper Flagg. They're showing in the crowd that Keontae George's mom is there. What are they waiting on? Like, there's a little break in play right now. It's Jazz ball. Jazz with the pass. Pass coming to Keontae George. Oh, man, but it messes up between Nurkic and Keontae George. But Cody Williams gets a steal. Cody! Stalled. C-Dub with a miss. But well done for Cody for getting the miss. Keontae George with the steal. Come on! There we go, Keontae. Show Cooper Flagg what time it is. Keontae George with a poster dunk as Cooper Flagg tries to come and tries to get an attempted block, but he just kind of runs away with it. You know, you don't want the boy wonder there, Cooper Flagg, to get embarrassed by a poster dunk by Keontae George. But Anthony Davis now has the ball, passes it to Klay Thompson, who passes it back to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis with a 3, and he drains it. Oh, that silences it. Jazz now down by 8. Keontae George bringing the ball up to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor to Nurkic. To Lowry. Lowry there with an easy dunk. Past PJ Washington. That's a nice one. That's what you want to be able to see. We haven't really seen much of Markkanen in this game. Like, it's been pretty difficult for him. There's a lot of size, a lot of length he's having to deal with. He's never been the greatest defensive guy here. Then you got Cody on Cooper Flagg. Cody, if he could just keep Coop silent, that would be great. But with that last play with Nurkic, with the marketing layup, it was good to see Nurkic helping to set things up. But it looks like it was a Mavs foul, and Klay Thompson's getting an easy free throw. Like, what is going on? They're calling too many fouls. No. I've seen too many games now. Too many fouls they're calling. Do I need to wear a I miss playoff basketball shirt? Because this, no. So Mavs have the ball now. They're up by 7. It looks like Anthony Davis is going to be the one providing the inbound pass. He passed it to Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg gets an easy jump up, but he misses. Jazz get the ball back. Nurkic there with the rebound. I think that's Cody Williams tries to go around, but misses. Mavs there try to drive to the basket, but good defensive play by Nurkic on Najee Marshall. Najee Marshall's going to go to the line. We got 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the second quarter. I've talked a lot about Cody Williams throughout this. And I've been actually quite shocked by it as well. Cody Williams has been really good. Really, really good. Like, if he can just put himself out there more offensively, that would be perfect. Will Hardy on the sideline talking to the referee, and you could tell he looks annoyed because some of the fouls that they are calling in this game are just stupid. Keontae George there, driving forward, but doesn't. What do they call it? Is that another travel? All throughout the NBA season, they hardly call travels. In preseason, they're calling travels left, right, and center. Like, I don't know, like, what's going on? So Mavs have the ball back. Jazz are down by 9. The boy wonder, Cooper Flagg has the ball. Keontae George is on him. Passes the ball to Anthony Davis. Nurkic is on him, though. Passes the ball to Klay Thompson. Lob attempt by Davis, but not enough. But now the Jazz with a lob, but then they mess it up. Keontae George there going on. Oh, no. And then Mavs try another lob there. Najee Marshall to Anthony Davis. And Davis there just under the rim just gets it easily. Cody brings the ball up. Cody there tries to get past Klay Thompson, but just wasn't able to sink it in. Klay Thompson passes the ball to an open Najee Marshall. Najee Marshall there with a miss. Marketing there with the rebound. Keontae George has the ball. It is 15 seconds to go in the second half. Jazz are down by 9. We would love a 3, but all I'm asking, just be sensible. Najee Marshall with an attempted steal. Close that he got it, but it looks like it was a foul. Jazz should get the ball back, and it should be side out. Cody has the ball. Pass it to Nurkic. Nurkic there to Cody. Cody with a 3. There we go. And it looks like the Jazz are going to end this quarter being down by 6. Unless we stop the Mavericks right now. Yes. They are down by 6. That's what you want. Now halftime. Jazz are down by 6. It's been a rough game. It's been sort of. Let me share my screen now. Now we can look at the ESPN stats on how the game has gone on. 61-53 Jazz. It is the end of the second half. And you can see there, just from these numbers, that the Mavs have just been better. Not that much better, but just like better. 30 for Dallas in the first half, 27 for the Jazz, 31 in the first half for Dallas, 26 for the Jazz. We really haven't seen Lowry. Lowry is what would balance this game out for me. Like, I know he's got 10 points, but I think that there's more to come from Lowry with this. But the Mavs, their best player has definitely been Anthony Davis. He's been the reason why they're winning this game. 17 points in 19 minutes, 50% from the field, 30% from three. Made all his free throws, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. That's what you want. Like, you can't, like, I think this, if you're a Mavs fan, like, can't complain with that. PJ Washington there with 6 points, got a +9. Like, it's one of the best players that they have there with his plus minus. Cooper Flagg there, I think he's also been really good. He's got a +1, plus minus, 8 points in 15 minutes. It's been pretty good. 2 out of 8 from the field, not great, but nailing all his free throws, and 1 out of 3 from 3. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Like, he's been there all round. Offense, defense. That block he had on Keontae George. Ugh. Derek Lively, haven't seen too much of him. I don't know why we haven't seen too much of him so far. Maybe it's just because of how the game has gone. The length of the Utah Jazz might be a situation, but I did hear he grew from like 7 foot to like 7'2" over the summer. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Klay Thompson there, 5 points in 13 minutes. Najee Marshall there with a +14 plus minus. He has the best plus minus out of everyone on their team. 14 points in 12 minutes. He has been a problem for the Jazz. And I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, I think he's a good player, but the Jazz are making him look a lot better than what he is. I mean, he's just been aggressive with him getting to the basket, him with the rebounds. That's the only thing that I would say is kind of made him stand out from some of the other Mavs players. But with his 14 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 3 out of 4 from field, 50% from 3. You got Dwight Powell, who's been in there a few times, only 2 points though. Max Christie, I think he's been pretty decent, 5 points in 11 minutes. Then you got Ryan Nembhard there, no points, but he's been carrying the ball up and taking care of it, passing the ball when need be. So a pretty decent player. Then you got the Utah Jazz here. Lowry, I've already kind of talked about. Like, I gotta expect more. -7 as well. Like I know he's had an injury, but I do expect more. Then you got a +3 from Nurkic there, 6 points in 13 minutes. He's been one of the Jazz's best players. Taylor Hendricks -9. Haven't noticed Taylor Hendricks that much out the game, to be really honest. But what he's done, I mean, it's been all right. But like, he's got to impose himself on the game. Like, similar to a lot of stuff to what I say about Cody Williams, have to impose yourself onto the game. Keontae George there with a -16. Like, that I could completely understand because he's going up against Cooper Flagg. Like, that's the problem. Like, it's not like he's played badly, but it's because he's going up with what Cooper Flagg gives you on the defense side is really affecting Keontae George on the offensive side. But he's there with 5 points in 14 minutes. He's going to have to find some way how to give you a little bit more. Ace Bailey there also with a -13. You just haven't seen a lot of Ace. They haven't really given him an opportunity. Anthony Davis has been on him as well, defensively as well. Najee Marshall's been on him. Cooper Flagg has been on him for a little. Well, I haven't seen much Cooper Flagg on him, to be really honest. But he only has 3 points in his 11 minutes. We got to find a way how to get Ace for some open shots. Kevin Love here, he's been all right. He has a -11. That's probably because of some of the fouls he's given away. He's been okay. Kyle Filipowski, he's had it a bit rough. That's why he's only got 6 minutes. It's been a rough one for Kyle Filipowski. I can't lie about that. That's why you haven't seen a lot from him on the floor. Cody Williams, then 9 points. I really like Cody in this game. He's at dead 0 on his plus minus. He's been one of the best players, in my opinion. His 9 points in 14 minutes. Had some good defensive stops, some steal, 1 block, 2 rebounds. 3 out of 10 from the field. That's probably got to improve, but 1 out of 3 from 3, and has hit both of his free throws. You probably just need a little bit more from Cody on the offensive side, but keep doing what he's doing on the defensive side. I'm enjoying Cody's game. Bryce Sensabaugh, Bryce, baby. 8 points in 10 minutes. He hasn't had a lot of clear looks, but when he does, he's putting them away. 3 out of 5 from the field, 50% from 3, 2 out of 4 from 3. He's giving you 1 rebound and nothing else. That's a typical Bryce Sensabaugh game. He's out there just lighting it up. Then you got Walter Clayton Jr. there with a +6. He's been pretty good. 5 points in 10 minutes. I like what he's given. 2 steals, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Like he's been, he's giving you more than Keontae. And that's it. That's it. So what I'm going to do now is, the game is still on break. I am going to go and fill up my water. Have some more water here. And then I need to change the battery in my camera, as I see it is flashing red. So just give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back. Oh, let me get a sip. Ah. Okay. Game isn't quite back yet, but they are showing highlights of Jazz games. This is a crazy highlight that they're showing, but Anthony Edwards putting a monster dunk on John Collins. We got 2 people watching right now. Looks like the game is close to coming back on. They're showing commercials of the WNBA, I think All-Star weekend. Yeah, it looks like they're close to coming back now. Holy shit. Oh, crap. I can't believe it. So I just saw the chat. Tad Casper. Thanks for putting in the comment in the chat. No, I'm not in Salt Lake, but I live in Canada. To answer your question, I live in the middle of Canada, but I'm on the same time zone. Yeah, I'm on the same time zone. So where I live in is a place called Saskatchewan. So if I was to drive down from Saskatchewan, I could drive down all the way to Salt Lake. It would probably take me about 2.5 days to drive, but nevertheless, I could. But I wish I was there. That would be so fun. Hey, bro. Hey, Jamal. Yes, I'm a Jazz fan. Bro, come, bro. Listen, Jazz fan, 23. I got Larry on the back all day. He was out last year. The rookie. I'm not sure what you're talking about with that one. Yeah, Nemhart's real small. He's only like 6 foot. Like me and Nemhart are the same height. But like he's really good, like super skilled Nemhart. Wish Walker Kessler was playing. Same here. I do as well, because then it would give us an opportunity to really see him and see what he can be able to go out there and do. Did Ace Bailey get an assist? I think so. No, actually, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He hasn't had any assists. No assist for Ace Bailey. And then, okay, I am from Salt Lake but live in Spokane. That's Washington, right? Oh, okay. I've never been there. Like I have very little experience on the West Coast, to be really honest. Like I used to live in British Columbia, but I never went down to the US on that side. But I hear on that side is very beautiful. So yeah, I hope. And like, how is it like to live in like to be from Salt Lake? Like, is it like how like Vancouver is with lots of little mountains and like good clean fresh air and great waters? And like, did you ever watch a lot of like Jazz games like live? Okay, so whilst you answer that question, the game is back. It looks like Cooper Flagg had a free throw. Looks like it's more of the same guys that were on there from the first half. Anthony Davis just hit a three, though. It was a really good three. A contested three, but nice three nevertheless. Keontae George has the ball. Max Christie is on him. Nurkic now has the ball. Ball comes from Keontae George. Svi Mihailuk is now on the court. Passes the ball to Taylor Hendricks, who's under the rim. But Cooper Flagg gets a block. There we go. Taylor Hendricks there passes the ball out to Nurkic. And Nurkic hits the three. There we go. Nurkic with the three. Nice. I used to sell popcorn and stuff at Jab. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's so nice. Well, then you're a long life Jazz fan. So no, definitely I'm with you on that one. No, sounds like honestly a great place to be, and the fact that you were so close to with the Utah Jazz and actually was able to work for them even as a kid, I'll take that any day. But no, for me, I became a Utah Jazz. I've always been a basketball fan, but I probably became a Utah Jazz fan, like specifically, like, okay, I'm a Utah Jazz fan. I'm gonna go buy jerseys, Jazz fan. Just probably over the last 4 or 5 years, and then it really ramped up a few years ago when Keontae George those came, and that's what really got me checking it out like a lot more. But I do have plans at some point to go to Salt Lake, and I'd love to go watch a Jazz game. No way! Mark Eaton gave you his shoes once. Oh, that's cool. See, that's one thing I'll say. Like I'm from the UK. Like you don't get a lot of opportunities to meet like other sports people, like footballers and stuff. So that's that's pretty cool. That's really cool. I give you that. But back to the game, looks like Keontae George there with a foul. And he's to the line. He just had a free throw that he made one of them. Now he's about to take his second free throw, and he makes it. Keontae George is struggling for some points. And like I said earlier on, like in the stream, like Cooper Flagg being on Keontae George a lot of the time is great. Good block, or at least attempted block by Keontae George on Cooper Flagg. Ryan Nembhard with the steal to Cooper Flagg. Oh man, that was a bad dunk. Cooper Flagg dunking it on Keontae George. Block on the Mavs by Anthony Davis on Taylor Hendricks. Pass it to PJ Washington, who passed it to Davis there with a three. Mavs get the ball back via Cooper Flagg. Ryan Nembhard passes the ball to Cooper Flagg after getting the rebound. Oh, it's just Cooper Flagg there with an open three, but he misses. That's a good miss. Svi Mihailuk there with the rebound. Keontae George. George there gets pass to Nurkic. Oh, and he misses. But was that a foul? Looks like it was a foul on Flagg on Nurkic. I couldn't really tell. Oh, that was that last play from Cooper Flagg, that was a monster dunk. Keontae George kind of move out the way. You don't want to be on ESPN at the end of this. So Nurkic did get fouled. He goes to the line. He hits one. Jazz down by 10 at the moment. Oh, okay. Looks like Cooper Flagg is injured. The where he landed after that dunk. Oh, no, he's not. It's those young genes. He lands a bit awkwardly, but looks like he's just going to jog it off. But Max Christie has the ball. He brings the ball up to Cooper Flagg, to Anthony Davis. He now has the ball back to Cooper Flagg, to Anthony Davis. He goes, passes it to the corner to Max Christie with an open three. He misses. Svi Mihailuk has the ball, passes it to Walter Clayton Jr. Walter Clayton with a floater, doesn't manage to get it, but Walter Clayton kind of gets the rebound that ends up getting tipped past to Keontae George there. Walter Clayton 2-3, doesn't manage to get anything from it. Cooper Flagg there with the rebound. Max Christie with an open three on the other end, doesn't manage to get anything on it. Nurkic there with the rebound, but back to Keontae George. As much as I would love the Jazz to get a 3 right now, I think it's really just about going to get some type of points. And it looks like Kyle Filipowski there didn't notice he was in the court, tried to go for a layup, but didn't manage to get anything from there. Kyle Filipowski is marking Anthony Davis. Davis passes it to Cooper Flagg, but it looks like there's a foul somewhere that I haven't seen. Well, what happened? Why? Hold on. Wait a sec. Where's the foul? Hold on. Let me stop sharing this. No, I'm not. Why is Anthony Davis getting a free throw? No, this isn't say like the referee's calling too many fouls, man. I didn't even I'm watching the game. Like the game is right there where my TV is. I'm watching the game. I see nothing. Kyle Filipowski is just right there in front of him. Yeah, he's got his arms out, but there is nothing there to warrant a free throw. The Jazz now down by 12. Mavericks have the ball. Klay Thompson has it. Attempted steal there by Nurkic, but they get it back. Klay has, was that Klay? No, that's Powell. Mavs have the ball, but whistle is blown. 3 that PJ Washington nailed out doesn't count. It looks like that was a foul by Powell. And the Jazz get the ball back. Keontae George tries to drive, misses. Svi Mihailo gets the ball. Pass it to Nurkic. Nurkic. There we go. Nurkic with the layup. Nice one, Nurkic. I'm telling you, I really do see value in Yusuf Nurkic. Yusuf Nurkic tries to steal the ball, but Mavs get it back. PJ Washington with the ball, passes to Cooper Flagg for an open 3. Back of the rim. Nurkic gets the rebound. Nurkic brings the ball up. Who's he going to pass it to? He passes it to Keontae George. Keontae with a 3. Cooper Flagg. Ooh, nothing but rim there for Keontae. But that was one of the first times that I'd seen Keontae George have a shot where nobody else is on him. And Cooper Flagg just losing him. But Keontae George just wasn't able to get around him. But Dallas really taking advantage of the mismatch with Cooper Flagg on Keontae George. On that last play, Anthony Davis had the ball, and Cooper Flagg is calling on it to say, hey, throw the ball to me. He throws it to him, but janky pass, Cooper Flagg fell down and ball went out. But they're just exposing the fact that, yeah, we've got a... I don't really know what to think. Because I do think that we need some height at that, like at the point. And maybe that's something that with trades we've got to figure out to do, because there are other guys in the league we can go up and get. Like what that looks like, I don't know. But yeah, nevertheless, like that is something that the Dallas Mavericks are taking advantage of. And I mean, I don't blame them. Like that's what you're supposed to do. So going back into the chat while it's on break. So had this friend that was 7'1". Oh crap. And needed shoes. So I gave, oh, that's cool. Todd Casper, that's pretty cool. I like that, man. Like sounds to me like you're a good guy. Salute. Can you call out the score? It's hard to see it. Oh, the score right now for the game is 70 for the Dallas Mavericks, 61 for the Jazz. Maybe I should keep, like, if you guys can hear me, is it worth me actually showing the scores? Because what I'm going to do is, You know what? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll share the screen so that it's always on there. And then occasionally I'll call out the score. So it's 70-61 to the Dallas Mavericks right now. Jazz are down by 9. But the game is on break at the moment. Yeah. Another question there by Tad Casper. The foul on Flip was probably a blocking foul. That means, but the thing is, they wasn't even like I understand that, but they wasn't even like under the basket. Like Anthony Davis is about to take a three, and like he takes the three and Flip, and I'm just like Flip doesn't even jump. And I've seen so many times in this game, it's just like guys aren't even really near him. Not like okay, the game is back now. Like the foul that Flip put on Cooper Flagg now, okay, that's a foul. That's a foul. I completely agree with that. Flip right now, he's getting physical. And I don't blame him because he must be frustrated with this game. Like he hasn't been that great, like offensively, and he definitely looks a little bit slower than what he normally does. Like I think they're playing him at the 5 as well. Like it's a complete mismatch. Like him and Anthony Davis. This is why I don't like Flip at the 5 because he just isn't long enough to really be able to defend at the 5 against other big guys. Like I even think he will struggle against some 4s just because his arms are just shorter. Like it's not his fault. But Anthony Davis there just shooting right over him. And like he tries, but it's a little frustrating because like I could see the effort. And I mean that's all that you can ask for as a fan is just the effort. But yeah. Ridolo says yes, it's worth it. What do you think the score will be? But we're 5 minutes into the third. I think it's probably going to be 119 to 105 to the Dallas Mavericks, unless something really changes here from the Utah Jazz. Like Lowry's been kind of silent. Filipowski just doesn't seem himself, which is why I don't think this, like whatever injury that it is, like maybe it's not fully healed. But this wasn't the Lowry and Filipowski. Oh, nice pass by Filipowski to Cody Williams. But like I was saying, I I I'd love to think that the Jazz could win, and of course they could still win. But like a lot of the key difference makers that I need, like Filipowski, like Bryce, like Lowry, the Mavs are kind of shutting them down like quite a bit. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I'll believe to the end, at least until we get to the last like few minutes of the game, or at least last minute of the game. And if the Mavs are up by like 10, 12, then that kind of like tells me. But I'm here to the end. Tad Casper, Duke versus Duke. Yeah, like two Duke boys. Yeah, that's what I said. I wish Walker Kessler was playing. Yeah, because if Walker Kessler was playing, he would be able to deal with AD, and then that would nullify a lot of the things that's going on. Like now you got Nurkic. Like Nurkic isn't really like a long center, but he's longer than Filipowski. So now you have the situation where when Kessler's out, you have Nurkic as like your main guy, and then Filipowski there has to come and deputize, and I just think it's really unfair. But you just Filipowski's just got to do what he can. You got power with the ball, pass it to Najee Marshall, who passes it to, I don't recognize who that is. Who is the number 11 there for the Mavs? Was that number four? That must be number 14, Miles Kelly. Like I honestly, I wish I had a bigger screen so I could see this a lot better. I think there's Kelly out there with an attempted three, doesn't get anything, but Jazz get the ball back. Kyle Filipowski goes down, but he's back up. Bryce has the ball. Come on, Bryce. Bryce there with the pass. Filipowski there with a layup. Gets it back, gets a rebound, gets it back. Well done, Filipowski. What did I do there? Okay, Najee Marshall there. Pass it to Powell. Powell there to Max Kelly. Max Kelly on Keontae George. Max Kelly there to Washington. Powell gets the ball there. Back out to Hardy. Hardy gets it. Jaden Hardy gets it. But Jazz now are only down by 8. If we can get something here, we could reduce it to 6 or even 5. Filipowski with the ball. Gets it over Jaden Hardy. And they call Filipowski for the foul. Yeah. That was offensive foul. Yeah. I'm probably being biased. I'm sorry, but this is what the game has been. A hell of a lot more fouls being called. But at least the Jazz have reduced the deficit. It's 78 to the Mavs, 70 for the Jazz. We're still in this game. And it looks like, let me refresh the page. It could be a situation now whereby the Jazz could come out with the win. You got Cooper Flagg there, who's already played 20 minutes, Anthony Davis with 25, PJ Washington there with 23. What you tend to see, or like at least what I've noticed with a lot of the teams that have been playing preseason, a lot of times their main guys who they're going to be starting game in, game out, they're only playing 15, 18, 20, 25 minutes tops. And then kind of the bench comes out and then they get games. I saw it with the Golden State Warriors. I saw it with the Lakers. And that could be saw it a bit with San Antonio as well with the Jazz. And we could kind of see that with the Dallas Mavericks here. With the Jazz, you haven't seen Ace Bailey for a while. And it's been rough for him. Like, and of course, because, you know, they're going to make sure that they lessen his impact on the game. You got Bryce Sensabaugh, like, I mean, Bryce has played a decent number of minutes, but we're going to need Bryce to give us more. Walter Clayton Jr. there, 15 minutes, 5 points. Kyle Filipowski, 12 minutes, 2 points. Cody Williams, I think, has done pretty well. 19 minutes, 11 points. Keontae George there with 9 points in 23 minutes. I understand his situation. Ace Bailey there with 3 points in 11 minutes. It hasn't been a good game for him. He hasn't played badly, but the Mavs are doing a lot to restrict what he does. Yusuf Nurkic there is doing pretty good. 12 points, 19 minutes. Yusuf Nurkic with a double-double. When I do my player ratings, I'm sure that's gonna be big. So Larry Marketing, we really need him. Now Larry Marketing's on 18 minutes and 10 points in 18 minutes. I would not be surprised if Larry Marketing gets rested for the rest of this game. Like I said, that 18 minutes, like a lot of teams tend to just rest a lot of their guys. All right, we got a few more stuff here in the chat. Oh, we got one. So Ace has been a no-show this would be a good point to put him in and just let Ace go for. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the last two games, like they really let him play. Well, I think against the Spurs, played 34 minutes. Like he played like I think he played way more minutes than he really would play like in an NBA game. So like they played him a lot. But I would hope that he would get at least 25 and what Ace Bailey was he only on what 11 now? Ace yeah, only on 11 minutes. Like I expect Ace Bailey to play the whole of the fourth quarter. Like that's the only thing that I would think would satisfy me. If he played the whole of the fourth quarter, that would be great. Because like that 11 minutes, like that's not enough. And I think all of this is good for his development. You know, it can't just be Ace Bailey show every single game and, you know, he goes out there and dominates. So I completely agree with you there, Tad Casper. But we are back off break. It is 1 minute 30 left in the third quarter. Cody had the ball, passes it to Walter Clayton Jr. Walter Clayton to Bryce. Bryce there with a three. Bryce misses. Does hit the rim. Najee Marshall there going, pass it to Max Christie. Max Christie hits a three at the top of the not Max Christie. Oh, wow. Ryan Nembhard hits a three there at the top of the key. Well done for him. He's actually been a pretty decent all-round player. That's a foul on the Jazz. Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure of it now. Like, there's a lot of soft fouls that are coming in this game. So Bryce gets fouled. I thought it was nothing. You know, like they're showing highlights of this other play. Cody gets fouled, but, you know, they don't call that. But it's Jazz ball. Clayton has a ball, tries to create something out of it. Kevin Love for the three. Doesn't get the three. Jazz down by 8. We got 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Najee Marshall with a three. In and out, but Mavs get the rebound. I think that's Powell. You got Najee Marshall back. He tries to drive. Puts up jumper, misses, but Kyle Filipowski gets the rebound. Cody Williams takes the ball up. Come on, Cody. Let's see what you can do, C-Dub. Can you get something? We got 16 seconds to go. They're letting this run down. They're going to get the last shot of the game. We got 8 seconds. Come on, C-Dub. Come on, C-Dub. C-Dub. Oh, what a block. What a block by the Mavs. Najee Marshall with an open three, and he nails it. Oh, wow. Wow. No, sorry, not Najee Marshall. Jaden Hardy there with three. Wow. Wow. Oh, man, that was rough. That was rough there for the Utah Jazz. The Jazz trying to do the best that they can. Like, I can honestly go out there and say that these players are putting in the effort. They're giving lots of heart, but it just isn't coming through, and it's just better quality. Just better quality, but right now, you got 87 for the Mavs, 72 for the Jazz, going into the fourth quarter. Will there be changes? Who hasn't played? I expect to see some changes. Oscar Tshiebwe, we haven't seen Oscar Tshiebwe throughout any of the preseason games. John Tonji there, he's only played one. Mo Bamba, we haven't seen any. Max Abbas, we haven't seen him yet. Neither with Elijah Harkless. No, we've seen Elijah Harkless once. We haven't seen Max. Mo Bamba, we haven't seen yet. So I'm expecting these guys to kind of get some minutes. I mean, we got Svi Mihailuk because he's gotten some minutes as well. But I am expecting Svi Mihailuk, Ace Bailey to get some minutes, at least for Ace to play is like half of the fourth quarter. Like, for sure. Let him get out there. Let him get through this rough patch. Like, there's going to be a lot of rough games this season, and we're going to need guys to hang in there and be strong. So I think Ace Bailey might get some more minutes. Filipowski, I expect to get some more minutes. Same thing with Walter Clayton. See, Walter Clayton's on 15 minutes. I expect Ace Bailey to get some minutes as well. I mean, unless what is Ace Bailey injured or something? Like, did he get like some type of a knock? Let me check on Twitter. So it looks like they're about to come back. So it looks like the cesspool known as Twitter has begun, and the Ace Bailey slander has started. Okay, so I have something here. Let me show you guys. Ace Bailey will not be back in this game. He will not be back. According to KS Sports, Ace Bailey has a bilateral knee soreness and will not return in this game. I don't know if they're trying to protect him because of his performance. I think that's a bit of a bummer. I'm not going to speculate, but if the guy's got soreness, he's got soreness. He did play a lot of minutes in the last game. I will say that. So this really could be legit, like knee soreness. Like he has played a lot, and I think when the season really gets started, like I'd be shocked if he was playing 34 minutes a game. I don't even think Cooper Flagg is going to be playing that kind of minutes. I think Cooper Flagg is going to get 25, 26 minutes. I don't think he's going to get over 30 minutes. And I don't expect the same thing with Ace Bailey unless Ace Bailey is just lighting it up and like you just have to play him. But I expect Ace Bailey to get a modest set of minutes for his first season. So I think anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes a game, I think he'll get. But yeah, this is a bit unlucky. So yeah, Ace Bailey will not be back. But let me load the score back on. We are now in the fourth quarter, and we gotta see whether Jazz can make a comeback. Jazz are down by 11. Max Christie with the ball does put a foul on. I think that's Bryce Sensabaugh. Or is that Taylor Hendricks? Let's see what happens. I wasn't really watching the game. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Nevertheless, Jazz have the ball. Walter Clayton Jr. passes it to Yusuf Nurkic. Sets it up for Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks thinking about a three, but passes it to Walter Clayton. Clayton there to Nurkic. Nurkic trying to set things up. Walter Clayton comes off the screen. Floater. Doesn't manage to get it. Jaden Hardy with the rebound. Max Christie has the ball. Gets around. Jaden Hardy there with the open three. Misses though, but Nurkic has the ball. Pass it to Clayton. Clayton brings the ball up the court. Clayton with a three. Doesn't manage to get on it. Mavs have the ball back. Jaden Hardy then with the ball. Oh, I think my guy Elijah Harkless is playing. I think that is who's on Jaden Hardy. But the Mavs do score with that one. I can't tell from here if that's Elijah Harkless. Yeah, I think that's Elijah Harkless right there. Let me refresh this page. Yeah, that's Elijah Harkless that's playing. Harkless is on Jaden Hardy to nullify him. Now he's on Max Christie. Taylor Hendricks just scored one there. Max Christie there with a mid-range shot, but looks like Taylor Hendricks fouled him on that one. They got the camera pan to Taylor Hendricks right now. I can't really hear too much about what they're talking about with Taylor Hendricks, but it's Mavs ball. Mavs to the inbound pass to Powell. Powell, they're possible to Max Christie for the three. He misses, but Yusuf Nurkic gets the rebound. Walter Clayton has the ball, brings the ball up the court, trying to look and find who can he pass to. Nurkic there with an open three. Nothing but air. Jazz are down by 10. We're still in the game. We got 8 minutes left. The Jazz could come back for this game, even without Ace Bailey. The Jazz could still come back. Will Hardy on the sideline talking to Walter Clayton. Really, I can't tell what he's saying. I'm not good at reading lips. Well, they got the camera pan to Walker Kessler, who's at the very end of the bench, and everybody's like, yeah, I know what they're saying. This is a game that we needed Walker Kessler for. We needed somebody to stop AD, and we just didn't have that. But see, that's where Mo Bamba could have come into play. See, that's what I don't understand. Like, so Kelly has the ball for the Mavs, but Jazz steal it to Elijah Harkless. Harkless with the layup. There we go. Elijah Harkless brings the deficit down to 8. There we go. So we got Svi Mihailuk on Kelly. Ball comes into Hardy. Nurkic is on Svi Mihailuk. We're trying to block. But I believe that was a 3. That was a 3 by Martin Kelly. Hold on. Is his first name Martin Kelly? No, Miles Kelly. My bad. Miles Kelly. Looks like it's a foul on Nurkic. They got the camera now pan to Isaiah Collier. Isaiah Collier is one guy I'd love to see in preseason. Zay is one of my favorite guys. And this hamstring injury that he has, I get the reason why they're resting him because, I'm sure he could probably play through some of it. But, we got a long, long season and we're going to need as many guys as possible ready to play. Yusuf Nurkic makes both of them. Dallas 94, Utah 84. Jazz down by 10. Got Powell with the ball. Tries to attempted pass. Miles Kelly there. Interception by Svi Mihailuk. Well done, Svi, for that one. Clayton has the ball. Pass it to Svi Mihailuk. Nurkic has the ball again. Pass it to Taylor Hendricks. Still trying to figure out who they're going to pass to. Nurkic really is the one setting everything up. Pass it to Walter Clayton. Open 3 for Taylor Hendricks. No. Rebound by Walter Clayton. That's what you want. One of the shortest guys on the court getting rebounds. I'll take that. So it's a timeout by the Utah Jazz. Jazz down by 10. Let's take a look at what's going on in the chat. Todd Casper says, I'm big on Ace. Ordered a rookie card off Amazon today. Yeah, definitely he had an off day. But I wonder if it was just like legit, like he had soreness. I'm really wondering that because he did play a lot of minutes. But you would think that like if something like this was bothering him to begin with, that they just wouldn't have started him to begin with. So I have to say that, you know what, like it was probably like an off day for him. Yes, Todd, it is best to protect him, and I think that's the reason why they're doing that because he's going to be somebody that we need this season. I know everybody talks about tanking, which like let me not even get started with that. But the Jazz are legit trying to look to progress, and we need guys like him to help us through that progression. And whatever it is that we end up finishing with this season, like, so be it. But it's really about the development of the players. I want to know by the end of the season that Ace Bailey looks more like an NBA player and has gotten used to the pace of the game. I want to know that, can Kyle Filipowski just play the power forward like I believe he can, or can he actually play the 5 as well? Who's going to be our starting shooting guard this season? Is it going to be Bryce Sensabaugh? Is it going to be Ace Bailey, or is it going to be Keontae George? Like, I think that there are lots of questions that the Jazz have to figure out, and I think that that's what this season is about, and it's exciting because we're going to find that out. And even though that I think as fans, we kind of forget that these players, like, they're also people as well, and we might have to move on from some of them. At the end of the day, the Jazz are going to be moving forward. Like, that's what we're going to find out. We're going to move forward one way or another, and it's going to be great. So I look forward to it. So it looks like they're back. They're talking about Walter Clayton right now is 5 points right now. How much has Walter Clayton legit? Yeah, 5 points in 23 minutes. He's probably had a better game than Keontae George, to be really fair. He's just done a lot more, in my opinion. He gets in the paint. He tries to rebound. He tries to do a bit of everything. 6 assists, 4 rebounds. It's just really the scoreline. Like, if he had like 12 points, then it wouldn't have been so bad. Mavs have the ball. Oh, looks like there was a travel. I think that was a travel by Miles Kelly. So now it's Jazz ball again. Walter Clayton has the ball, brings it up the court. Got Kelly that's on him. Harkless there, passes to Svi Mihailuk. Turnover. Then I think there's Powell with the ball to Hardy. Foul by, that looks like that's Harkless with a foul. Elijah Harkless there, put a foul in the paint, but he does exactly what we want him to do, play defense, and yeah, he's a little bit on the physical side, but he does what needs to be done. Jazz down by 11. Miles Kelly with the ball, gets past Harkless. PJ Washington there with an open 3, but missed. Kelly has the ball again, and he gets it this time. Jazz down by 12. Clayton brings the ball up the court, looking to kind of orchestrate things now. Svi Mihailuk with the ball. Svi, somebody's going to have to shoot. Come on, Svi. Svi with a fadeaway, and he gets it. Svi Mihailuk with a fadeaway. Not a big fan of Svi Mihailuk, but that was effective there. That should put him on about 4 points. Or was that the 2 points? And it's just that this is a little bit ahead. Looks like that was just the 2, and he's time's a little bit ahead. Svi Mihailuk there with 2 points in 13 minutes. Miles Kelly with the layup. Miles Kelly gets the layup. Jazz still down by 12. We got 5 minutes to go. Harkless has the ball, brings the ball up. Kelly's now on him. He passes it to Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton there has the ball, passes it to, I think that's Oscar Tshiebwe. Is that Tshiebwe? Yeah, it looks like Oscar Tshiebwe is on the court. Good to see Oscar Tshiebwe get some time. Tshiebwe does get foul. So as I talked about, they got the camera pan to Cooper Flagg now, and it looks like he's going to be rested for the rest of the game. Like he played a significant amount of minutes. Like he played 21 minutes. Like that's really what they want. Like most of their starters are going to get between 18 and 25 minutes tops. That's why Larry didn't come back into the game. But Oscar Tshiebwe making the second one, and I think he also made the first one. Yeah, made all two. Jazz down by 10. Mavs have the ball. Ryan Nembhard brings the ball up the court. Harkless is on him. Passes the ball to Hardy. Hardy there. That is Robinson Earl, I believe. You got Dennis Smith Jr. on the court. Bryce Sensabaugh is back on the court. Svi Mihайлuk and Harkless is being rested. We got Taylor Hendricks with an attempted three. Didn't manage to get it. But Walter Clayton there driving to the lane. Doesn't get it by a good tip in by Taylor Hendricks there. Jazz still down by 10. Mavs with a three. They nail it. Oh. Kelly again. Miles Kelly with the three. I think that's Bryce Sensabaugh with a three. That's got to be a foul. That's got to be a foul. Bryce Sensabaugh nails the three and goes to the line for one with a foul from Ryan Nembhard. There we go. Bryce, baby. Bryce once again showing exactly what he can do. He's got 14 points in this game. Hasn't played a lot, as many minutes as I thought he would. But he misses. He misses the free throw. Gets nothing but rim. Ryan Nembhard with the ball. Pass it to the corner. They get it. They attempt an easy three, but it ends up being nothing but rim. Miles Kelly again with a 3-point attempt, but misses. Then Oscar Tshiebwe there with the rebound. Clayton brings the ball up. Clayton there to Hendricks. Hendricks with a three. He gets nothing but rim. Jaden Hardy with the ball. Pass it to, I think that's Max Christie there. Looks like it's a Ryan Nembhard there, but it looks like that's a foul by Taylor Hendricks. And then Ryan Nembhard's going to go to the line. I don't think that's a foul. I might be biased, but I don't think that's a foul. Yeah, I don't think that's a foul. I don't think it's a foul. Yeah, like literally, if we're talking physical touch, literally, we're talking like literally the tips of your fingers, like nothing that affected the shot. He gets one, Ryan Nembhard, but misses the next. Cody Williams is also on the floor as well. It's good to see Cody back. I think he's had a pretty good game. Taylor. Oh, Walter Clayton there with a three. Nice one by Walter Clayton Jr. Assist there by Taylor Hendricks. Ryan Nembhard with the ball. He's got Cody on him. Ryan Nembhard passes it there to Kelly out on the three. Jazz try to get the ball back, but just not enough. Taylor Hendricks losing his man there. No. Taylor Hendricks got to be switched on defensively. That's that Robinson Earl guy. He just hit the three there. Taylor Hendricks there losing the assignment. No. Jazz down by 11. We got 2.5 minutes to go. Cody has the ball. Sensabaugh now has it. Sensabaugh going to take a shot. Is he going to go? Sensabaugh there with a layup. Gets the layup. Nice one by Sensabaugh. Gets the layup in traffic. Jazz now down by 9. 2 minutes to go. We can do it. We can get something by 9. This is looking a lot closer to what I thought it was going to be. But once again, that Robinson Earl guy, he hits a 3, and the Jazz down by 12. Walt Clayton brings the ball up. Jaden Hardy is on him. Sloppy pass. What was he doing there, Walt Clayton Jr., with that pass? Silly turnover to give away. Mavs with a 3. They hit another 3. Too sloppy. And that against one by Miles Kelly. Walter Clayton then has the ball. He's bringing the ball up. I believe it's Jaden Hardy that's on him. Bryce now has the ball. Screen set by Oscar Tshiebwe. Foul by Bryce. This time that was an obvious foul. That was an obvious foul. The Jazz, they're struggling in these last few minutes. A few kind of sloppy passes. But, it's a learning experience. And the guys just got to do what they can. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Nothing more in the chat, but it's been a rough game. Rough game. Lots of learning experience for a lot of the guys. We're really learning a lot about where the Jazz are with their guys. It's a shame that Kyle Filipowski and Larry Markkinen just haven't had more opportunities to play. I know Larry had his time at Eurobasket, which would have helped him, but coming back up from an injury, dealing with guys there that are just further ahead in terms of their preparation for the season, I think it makes a difference. You could tell Kyle Filipowski is slightly off. You could tell Larry Markkinen is slightly off. Then you had the injury to Ace Bailey. You have to hope he's okay and that, he can be back in the next game, which, I haven't even checked. Like, you know what? Let me check. Jazz preseason schedule. So we got the Trailblazers on Thursday, and I will be watching that game on Thursday. And then next week, Wednesday, the 22nd, the Jazz's first game will be against the Clippers. That's going to be something. Yeah, we got Clippers on Wednesday. And then the 24th, we got the Kings on Friday. Suns on the following Monday, the 27th. And then we got Blazers again on the 29th, which is the Wednesday. And then the NBA Cup game. Jazz Suns. Like, I haven't even looked at the NBA Cup. Like, I'm looking forward to it. The NBA Cup. Like, curious. I think that's where the Jazz should kind of focus on. Really go out there and try to have an impact on that competition. See if they could win it. I do think winning breeds confidence. And if they do that, then, let's really see what we have. That's the vets. That's the young guys. Let's see what we can do. Go out there and try to win it. Try to get far in it. It's going to make us fans happy. And I think it's good to set the tone. But Jazz are back now. Jazz try to go for a layup there via Elijah Harkless. Harkless misses the layup. The Jazz now down by 15. Foul on Harkless. Illegal screen. Walt Clayton has the ball now. We got 58 seconds left in the game. Walter Clayton drives to the basket. Nope. Passes it to Taylor Hendricks. Hendricks has the ball. He gets the ball back. Sheboy gets the ball in the middle. Tries to set things up. Cody has the ball. Passes it to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor with the layup. Misses the layup, but it looks like he should get to the line. But they don't call it. Was it a travel? I don't know what happened there. But it's Mavs ball. So Ryan Nembhard has the ball. Elijah Harkless is on him. Mavs with the corner three. Misses. Sheboy there with the rebound. Clayton there has the ball. Let's get something out of this. Let's get the last shot. Let's get at least over 100. That's got to be a foul. Foul on the Jazz by Ryan Nembhard. Jazz are going to go to the line. I think it's going to be Elijah Harkless that goes to the line. And Elijah Harkless is going to go to the line for 3 free throws. Well done for Elijah Harkless for trying to get that shot off. So Elijah Harkless takes his first 3 for free throw, nails it. Jazz are at 100. Jazz are now down by 14. Now, I'm not delusional enough to believe that the Jazz are going to come back in this game and somehow win it with 15 seconds to go. So it does look like the Jazz are going to lose this game. Oh, the Jazz only had 2 free throws. So the Jazz 101, Dallas 114. But I was asked what my prediction in this game was going to be earlier on in the live stream by Tad Casper, and it ended up being something similar. I think I put it as 119, 104, and we got 114, 101. And Dallas wins this one. Let me listen to what the commentary is. I'm just listening to the commentary right now. So they're saying similar things that I've been talking about in that the team chemistry is all off. You have situations where Lowry playing with all of these guys, Lowry playing with Filipowski playing with Ace Bailey, just isn't quite there. You got all these injuries, and I'm sure you're going to have chemistry issues when Isaiah Collier comes back there as well. So it's an interesting one. It really is interesting. But Jazz lose the game. We do have our next game on Thursday, which is against the Portland Trailblazers. That should be really interesting because I'm looking forward to seeing how we do against Young Hansen. Young Hansen, someone that is probably closer to that kind of Filipowski mode. How do we do against him? How do we do against Klingen? They're in a similar situation to us, and how the Jazz perform in that game is really going to be kind of critical. So my guess is that guys like Filipowski are probably going to start and play a lot more. And hopefully so should Lowry. Hopefully Ace Bailey is back. But we really got to see. But let's talk about player ratings. Let's make this pretty quick. Anthony Davis there played 25 minutes and had 25 points. He probably is the best player out of everyone. I mean, I'm probably going to give Anthony Davis there a 9. He had a +10 ±. He was 8 from 14 from the field, 40% from three, 7 out of 7 from free throws, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Like, he had a great game. Like, I can't say he's perfect, so I'm going to give him a solid 9. PJ Washington, I'm going to give him an 8, 6 points in 23 minutes. Did have a plus 10, plus minus throughout the game. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, though. No, you know what? I'll drop it to a 7.5. Cooper Flagg, I thought he was really good. He's got a plus 1, plus minus. 3 out of 18 from the field isn't great. He's 1 from 6 from the 3-point line, but 4 from 4 with his free throws. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Definitely the defensive side of his game is where, like, he really shines. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I thought he was really good. Derek Lively, he didn't play much. What happened to Derek? He must have had an injury there as well. Like, I really got to check this out. Like, because that doesn't make any sense. Like, was Derek Lively injured? Derek Lively must have been injured. Because that just doesn't make any sense. Why he only played so little amount of minutes. I don't see anything here. Like, it wasn't that bad, but I can't really talk about Derek Lively. He played 7 minutes, so I'm going to leave that alone. Klay Thompson, I thought had an okay game. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Yeah. Then you had the bench, Robinson Earl. I hadn't heard of him before, but yeah, he was hitting a couple threes. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Najee Marshall was actually really good. I'm going to give him an 8.5. 17 points in 21 minutes. Dwight Powell, 2 points in 19 minutes. We're going to give him a 6. Musa Cisse, that was the big center that came on. He wasn't on for that long, but I'll give him a 6. Dennis Jr., he only played 9 minutes. I'll leave him there. Max Christie, I'm going to give him a 6.5. Not Ryan Nembhard. I'm going to give a 6.5. Miles Kelly, I'm going to give an 8. He was pretty good. Jaden Hardy, I'll also give an 8 to. Now for the Utah Jazz, because this will be interesting. So Larry Marketing, 10 points in 18 minutes. I'm gonna give Larry Marketing a 7.5. I thought it was good when you're looking at the box score stuff, but if you're watching the game, it was just like it was okay. You got Taylor Hendricks there, 14 points in 28 minutes. I thought Taylor was okay. I thought Taylor was pretty good. So I'm gonna give Taylor an 8. When you think about the fact that he's just coming back from an injury there as well, well done for Taylor for what he's out there doing. Defensively, he was okay for the most part. Did lose his assignment a couple of times. That Robinson Earl guy getting a 3, it's because he completely lost track of him. Yusuf Nurkic there. He probably was one of the Jazz's best players of the game. He had 13 points in 24 minutes, created for us, rebounds, 15 rebounds. So he had a double-double in this game. He also had 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists. Like, he's really become quite key to the way in which the Jazz play. And it's very difficult for me to now see how we don't have him as an option going forward. Like, obviously Walker Kessler's not going anywhere unless they trade him, but I don't think that they're gonna trade him anytime soon. Like, we know how we play with Walker Kessler, but Yusuf Nurkic gives us something different. And I wouldn't want to lose that. I'd want to keep that. I think the one thing we're going to find out this season is Kyle Filipowski isn't a center, and that they are going to need to actually have a young guy be a center. I know they've got Mo Bamba there as well. Like, he's somebody there that can do that role, so maybe he might get some games. But let's see what happens. But Yusuf Nurkic there, I'll give him an 8. Keontae George there, 9 points in 23 minutes. He's got a minus 16 though, plus minus. It's one of the worst that we've had in this game. And I've got to give I'm only going to give him a 7. There is a lot of context with that. Cooper Flagg was marking Keontae George all game, and there's nothing that Keontae could do. He found it hard to defend against him. Cooper Flagg is just bigger, taller, stronger than him, and they took advantage of the mismatch, which makes complete sense. Ace Bailey there only played 11 minutes out the game with 3 points. It was a pretty poor game. It looks like Ace Bailey had an injury. I could believe it. Like, he didn't quite seem himself. Plus, in the last game, he played like over 30 minutes, and probably that has a lot to do with it. And like someone said in the chat, in that they're probably just trying to protect him, and I could completely understand that. I think that's really the best course of action, is to go out there and protect him and prevent any type of future injury. So we might not really see Ace Bailey going forward in preseason, but hopefully he could be ready on Thursday against the Trailblazers. Was I not sharing this? Then you have, who else have we got? We got Kevin Love. Kevin Love, 3 points in 17 minutes, minus 17. I'm going to give him a 6. I didn't think he had a good game today. Yes, he had 3 rebounds and an assist, but yeah, it just wasn't. He wasn't the same way how he was against the Spurs game. And again, maybe it's kind of tired legs, and this is why I say that the Ace Bailey injury might be a legit injury, because just playing too many games, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So for me, I'm only going to give him a 6. Cody Williams, I actually thought was pretty good in this game. Played 26 minutes, 13 points in 26 minutes, -5 on the plus minus, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. I thought it was overall a pretty decent game. I'm going to give Cody Williams an 8. Like, he was one of our better players. 5 from 14 from the field. Not that great in that respect. Did get all of his free throws, when 1 out of 4, 25% from 3. That isn't good. But I think when you're watching the overall game plan, not just looking at the box scores, I thought he played pretty well. Bryce Sensabaugh there. I thought Bryce Sensabaugh was pretty good. He was 6 out of 10 from the field, 3 out of 7 from 3. Like, he had a pretty decent game. I'm going to also give him an 8 there as well. Oscar Tshiebwe, not enough game time, 7 minutes. I'm not going to talk about that. Sui Mihailuk, I thought was okay. I'll give him a 6.5. He had some good moments in there. Had a couple steals, or one steal in there. Elijah Harkless, I know he played 9 minutes, and yes, he has a +5, but still, like, not enough minutes to kind of talk about. And then Walter Clayton Jr. played 29 minutes in this game. Another long game for him, like in the San Antonio Spurs game. 8 points in 29 minutes. 1 out of 7 from the field. 1 out of 4 from 3. Wasn't good. Wasn't a good shooting night from Walt. But was 5 out of 5 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds. 7 assists. 3 assists. I'm gonna give him. I'll give him a 6.5. Like, he did the role as a point guard, but the shooting side just wasn't up to par as much. So, but still, like a pretty decent game all around for him. I do think that that should improve. Like I really need to check out the Blazers squad a lot more. Um, it's probably going to be him versus Drew Holiday playing a point guard, and then I would say Scoot, but I think Scoot Henderson is injured, so maybe he won't go up against Scoot. I don't know who else he's going to go up against for on Thursday, but it should be pretty interesting on what that looks like. And then that's it. That's it in terms of player ratings. So Jazz lose 114 to 101. They get beaten by 13 points. I think that there's probably going to be a lot of score lines like that this season where, the Jazz are going to go out there and, they're going to give it the good old college try, but it's just not going to be enough. But you just got to hope. We got the Trailblazers next, that they manage to turn things around, at least get a win in preseason. That would be great. There's been some close ones there so far that I think that they've kind of been a little bit lucky to not get wins in those. And hopefully against the Trailblazers, they can kind of turn things around. I think the Blazers one is our last preseason game. So this is definitely put up our shut up time. And then the big game on the 22nd, which will be almost a week after the Trailblazers game, that'll be the game that we could really start looking at how what are the Jazz are going to start against the Clippers. So I do hope that goes well. But guys, I just want to say thank you for watching the live stream. I really appreciate it. This time I had people join my live stream and they left comments, and I really appreciate that as well. So big shout outs to, let's see, we got Jamal Murray, we got Tad Casper, and we got Riddleoshi, who joined the live stream. I really do appreciate it for interacting with me. Sometimes it does get a little bit lonely here doing the live stream, and this is kind of like my first time doing a live stream this season, and I'm hoping that it all goes well. So thank you once again for watching the video. Please do continue to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you next time, which will be on Thursday against the Portland Trailblazers. And I'll be keeping you guys updated if the Ace Bailey stuff ends up being a little bit more serious than what kind of was first projected. Hopefully not, and hopefully we'll see him on Thursday. But nevertheless, I will see you all next time against the